Hello everybody, this is Mrs. Sides. Here's the video for today's homework. We did all of the questions on the front together in class before you guys left about similar figures, but I am going to work out question 5 on the back and number 9 and 10 on the back as well. Alright, so let's go to number 5. If you look on the first question at the back, it says rectangle ABCD is similar to rectangle EFGH. Then we have the two pictures, and it says the length of line segment CD is 6 units. Okay, so I'm going to trace over line CD, and I'm going to put a 6. Now, this is a rectangle, so we should also know that another line segment is also 6. A to B is also 6. Then as you keep reading the sentence, it says the length of line segment BC is 3 units. So I'm also going to trace over B to C, and I'm going to put 3 units. Just like the top and bottom were the same, the left and the right are the same. So I'm also going to trace over AD and put a 3 beside that. So now I have all the sides of rectangle ABCD labeled. Okay, if you keep reading the rest of the sentence, it says, and the length of line segment FG is 1.5 units. Well, FG is in the small rectangle. It's also a side. So I'm going to label that with the same color that I did the big one, and I'm going to put 1.5. Now, if that side is 1.5, that means the other side is also 1.5. The last part of number 5 says, find the length of line segment EF. Well, EF is this bottom part right there. Now, if you take a look, some of you may be already recognizing what's happening. If you look at rectangle ABCD, the side is 3 and the bottom is 6. If you look at the other rectangle, rectangle EFGH, the side is 1.5 and the bottom is where we don't know. We're trying to figure out how long is this bottom piece. Does anyone notice what's happening? The side of the big one turns into the bottom of the big one. How can you go from a 3 to a 6? Hoping some of you guys said it looks like it's twice as big. So I want to do the same thing in my small rectangle. I want to make the side get twice as big to turn into the bottom. So if I do 1.5 times 2, or I think 1.5 plus 1.5, that should be 3 units. So the answer to number 5, this missing part, the bottom of the small rectangle, is 3. Alright, I'm going to put my dimensions back up here that I had previously labeled, because now I am going to skip down. You guys should be able to do number 6 and 7, find the perimeter of the big rectangle and the small rectangle. Number 8, find the ratios for all the corresponding sides. If you look back to the front of your paper, number 4 on the front of your paper, we wrote ratios for all the corresponding sides on those triangles. So you want to do the same thing, but now with the rectangles. So I'm going to skip 6, 7, and 8 and go to number 9. If we think about how long the line segments were, we had a 6 on top, we had a 6 on bottom. We found out the top of the little one was 3 and the bottom one was 3. Then the side of the big one is 3, the other side of the big one is 3, and the little one, the sides were just 1.5. So now I'm going to do number 9. It says, what is the scale factor from rectangle ABCD, that's starting with the big one, and it's turning into the little one, E, F, G, H. Okay, so I'm going to do number 9 right here. If I'm starting with the big rectangle, A, B, C, D, I'm going to pick any number I want. I'm going to go with the tops. Okay? The top of the big one is 6. And the small rectangle, that's what it says it wants it to go to. So I'm going to put the small one on bottom, E, F, G, H. If you look at its measurement in the same location, the same corresponding spot, it's 3 on the top. And I can move these letters down beside it so it makes more sense. A, B, C, D. Okay. Can that ratio be reduced? Because right now the big one is 6, the little one is 3. Hopefully you are saying that yes, I can divide both of those by 3. If you divide 6 by 3, you should get 2. If you divide 3 by 3, you should get 1. So, the scale factor for number 9 is 2 to 1. The big rectangle is twice as big as the small rectangle. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but for question number 10. Question number 10 says, again, I want to do the scale factor, but I'm starting with the small rectangle, and then I want to go to the big rectangle. Okay, so we can pick the same numbers, but on top, this time, we're doing E, F, G, H. So the number I had for E, F, G, H was 3. The number I have for A, B, C, D was a 6 previously. And I still have the same numbers. So I'm still going to divide both of these by 3 again. And then this time, 3 divided by 3 is on top, so that's a 1. 3 divided into 6, that's 2. So my scale factor for number 10 is going to be 1, 2, 2. So the little rectangle is half as big as the big one. Everything would double in size if I went from the small one to the big one. Okay? Hopefully that helped you out. Remember on number 11, you need to use some kind of crayons, pencils, or markers to label the corresponding parts red, blue, and black like we did in question 1. And then all you need to do is find the 2 missing parts of those 2 triangles for tomorrow. Okay? Have an awesome night. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget, we have pep rally, and it's Cowboy Day.